Baingan Bharta is a love affair. You ought to fall in love with Baingan Bharta. Today I'm making Baingan Bharta reimagined. That's the brackets. Baingan Bharta is a spicy, tangy curry made with aubergines. It's only in the last few years that I've realized how spectacular aubergines are. The flavor of aubergine is just next level. It's a very deep flavor.
And how are you reimagining it?
I'm reimagining Baingan Bharta as a hosting dish. So in a scenario where you've got some people over, you serve it like this centerpiece dish and you have your nice flatbreads on the side and people can just scoop it out. First step, you take your aubergines, wash them very nicely, and then just make like long gashes onto them. And then I will oil these aubergines really nicely, and then I will roast them in the oven. So I will now roast these in the oven at 180 degrees for 30 to 40 minutes. What roasting will do is that it will really enhance and bring out the flavor of aubergine. Every oven is different. Just use your common sense. Off to the oven. So I'm going to chop the vegetables for the sabzi, and I'm going to chop these onions kind of like very small. I want it chopped rather than grated or pureed because we want little chunks of, onions and tomatoes and ginger and garlic in our mouth when we're eating Baingan Bharta, because Baingan, the aubergine, is quite mushed up. So it's not just something pureed that you're having. It's a really nice textural balance. Very hot right now, so I'm going to be very careful. I'm just going to peel the aubergine now and then I will mash it. Look how easily it's just coming off the skin. It's very nicely done. And now I will just mash this up with my fork. I know it looks very gross right now, but it will taste amazing. Nice shallow. I will begin by adding extra virgin olive oil. I just imagine like an army of people coming after my life that it's made in mustard oil. Make it in mustard oil if you want to make it in mustard oil. It will taste very nice. I'm going to make it in extra virgin olive oil. And I've got a very special spice mix for it. Panchphoran. It's a mix of 5 seeds. Cumin seeds, nigella seeds, fennel, mustard seeds, fenugreek seeds. If you don't have it, I highly recommend buying that. Adding Panchphoran seeds to your bharta will give it such a nice aromatic flavor. Indian pickles have this kind of flavor. I'll begin by adding Panchphoran seeds into my pan. After they saute a little bit, I will add my chopped onions, a little bit of salt and chopped ginger and garlic. We'll give it a nice mix. You don't need to brown the onions. I mean, not often I say that. Just saute them a little bit, because we want that nice little crunch, that bite in. And then I will add my dry spices, turmeric, Kashmiri red chilli powder and coriander powder. I'll put the tomatoes in, mix, some more salt, and then I'll put the lid on. So you see how like there are the onions and tomatoes and the ginger and garlic. You still have like very tiny little pieces of them. I'm just adding the aubergine now into the pan. And everything will mix up nicely together. And now we add our magic spice. You know what the magic spice is. Kasuri methi will give it a nice smoky flavor. A squeeze of lime to round all the flavors. I mean, a squeeze of lime just makes everything better. Salt. Always check your salt before you serve anything. Now, onto the serving platter. Baingan Bharta is ready. So I've got this cake stand, which I will be using as the serving dish for this. And you need some Greek yogurt. Now we will season this yogurt with some sea salt, freshly roasted cumin, some sumac, which will give it a nice tangy flavor. Some pickled onions, fresh coriander, pomegranate seeds for that crunch, and freshness. And lastly, a drizzle of your best extra virgin olive oil. Man, this looks so beautiful. Wow. Oh my gosh. That is so good. This is what I meant when I said Baingan Bharta reimagined. There's so many layers of flavors and they all hit you, and then gradually they make an appearance in your mouth. One by one by one by one by one by one. So final thoughts are run.